MJ, look at this picture.
Oh.
All right. Here we go. Did you stop that?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Because I was wondering if you were talking to them.
I am talking to them. Do you want to come say hi?
Yeah.
There's not a bunch of people watching yet.
Oh. What?
Go ahead, you can say hi.
Hi.
I got MJ hanging out with me in the basement. We're getting some
stinking thunderstorms.
Thunderstorms, I know. It'll be okay. No big deal. Right?
Yep.
All right. You gonna hang out over here or are you gonna watch your tablet?
Well, I might watch my tablet for a few minutes and then I might come back.
Okay.
So.
That's fine. We're gonna be here for a little while.
Oh, okay.
This is a little bit longer break, so it's gonna be a minute.
Oh.
Okay? Sean said hi, MJ. All right, so here's our list. As I was just explaining, we've got some weather. We already had a big front go through. We've got a little bit more coming through right now. And so rather than waiting, I'm just going to get the show on the road and try to get this done just in case, lose power or something like that. So I don't think it'll become an issue, but figured let's go ahead and get this done. So there's our owners list and our duck race. Duck race is 1 through 12. We got Zach Brenner at the top, Johnny Hinton at the bottom, and only 3 drivers in the filler: Christian Lundgaard, Felix Rosenquist, and Josh Pearson. So, like I said, I'm going to kind of just move right along here, just knowing that there's weather out there and in the interest of trying to get things done. So let's go ahead and get this duck race rolling. 12 spots. We'll shuffle those guys once. And good luck. Here we go. There's ducks racing, see?
Oh.
Oh, you probably can't. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Over here. All right. See?
Oh. I like the one that has the chocolate one. I like that one.
The chocolate one?
Yeah, that one.
It kind of looks like Rudolph.
Yeah.
That's what I call him, because he's got a red nose, and it looks like antlers.
Horns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
wonder which one's going to win.
I don't know. The unicorn's leading right now.
Yeah, now the normal one is leading.
The normal one?
Yeah. And the normal one won.
No, the normal one won. Duck number 10. You know whose duck that was? That was Candace. That was her duck.
Okay.
Does that mean Candace is normal?
Yeah.
Candace gets the duck race win. Congrats, Candace.
I wanted the Rudolph one.
You wanted the Rudolph one?
Yeah, but then the normal one.
I know. I know it. All right. Let's get ready to do this thing. Let's do gray and red, scarlet and gray. All right, here we go. First box. I better keep the tablet handy because we know we'll probably need that later. If we hit a like a numbered triple or something like that. The postcard, Mid-Ohio. And the jumbo, Augustin Canapino. All right. Dude, did you just fart over there?
No, I'm doing mine. Standing on the...
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you can't fart while we're live. That's not good. All right, here we go. Going to move fairly quickly through the base stuff since we've done quite a few of these now, and there's a lot of base cards, so we're going to just kind of move swiftly through those. Checkered flag, Christian Rasmussen. Goes to Steve Teskey. There's a promising prospect, Haley Deegan. Going to Dale. That might be the first Deegan that we've pulled out of this stuff, to be honest. Ferrucci. Catherine Legg. Colton Herta. Scotty Mack, checkered flag. Goes to Nick Marquette. Helmet hardware, Will Power. First triple. Marco Andretti, checkered flag. Goes to Stephen Moffrey. And first ink, Christian Lundgaard. He went unclaimed through the filler, and that'll go to Candace. So the first autograph of the break goes through the filler. Going to Candace. Will Power. Got Stingray with the checkered flag. Toronto, Ericsson pit pass. Herta, Pillow, Rossi triple. Takuma Sato. Checkered flag. Goes to Sam. And first numbered card, Blue Pato Award. That's going to go to Lewis out of 99. Larson. Triple. Theo goes to Johnny, the checkered flag. Rosenquist. Scott Dixon. Toby Sowery. Checkered flag. That's an unlisted driver going to JR. Ed Carpenter. Triple Award, Newgarden, McLaughlin. Checkered flag, Rinus VK. Goes to Steven. Another promising prospect. I don't know that I've ever seen two of these in a single box. So that's different. Josh Pearson. Also through the filler to Candace. Triple. Grosjean, checkered flag. Goes to Tim Mays. Indy 500. Herta, Dixon, Pillow. Dixon, McLaughlin, Herta, checkered flag. So we'll start a pile of those. And Jack William Miller, NXT auto. That'll go to JR. We haven't pulled a ton of NXT autos. Just a couple, to my recollection, actually. We'll swap out Haley for that one. Newgarden. First time you've seen two, yeah, and I'm sure you've been in a bunch of breaks with this stuff, Sam. So that's, that certainly caught my attention. All right, second half. I don't know if anybody caught who the driver was. I did not, but I did cut right to the auto. And then and then it dropped back down. So Erickson, Dixon, Armstrong. Christian Lundgaard, checkered flag. And we got a blue Catherine Legg, numbered to 99. Going to Glenn. There you go, Glenn. Award Herta Newgarden. Colin Braun, checkered flag. Oh, I'm doing the card break. What are you doing?
Just coming over.
Oh, okay.
Man, I can see like a lot of messages apparently.
A lot of people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one said hi to me?
Sean said hi.
So that was...
That comment is way further up. I can't see it now. Colton Herta, checkered flag.
Okay.
Goes to Chris Bonnet. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. Pato Award. Drivers to your cars.
How Lisa and Mom are doing.
You're going to check on them? Okay.
And if I feel one thunder from my eagle, I'm coming straight down.
Okay, I'll be here. Pato Award goes to Lewis. Oh, goodness gracious. Rossi. How about Nolan Siegel out of 75? It's different. It's numbered 1 of 75. It's weird to see them have an actual serial number on something. Nolan Siegel going to Scott Dixon. There you go, Scott. That'll work. I'm going to swap him for Jack. Good old Jack. Award Herta Newgarden, checkered flag.
Someone up here, and guess what his name is?
What's his name?
You gotta guess.
I don't know. Connor Daly, checkered flag. Goes to Ronnie Stone. Did you find James up there? There's James, yep. Hello. Christian Lundgaard. Another triple. Newgarden, Power, McLaughlin. David Malukas. Checkered flag. Malukas? It might be Malukas instead of Malukas. I don't know. Scotty Mack, Newgarden, and Lundquist. Augustin, checkered flag. Oh, now the dog is going to come down here with us, too. Why don't we just bring the whole family down here?
Funny joke.
Funny joke, Dad. Tristan Vaudier. He is unlisted. We'll go to JR. Blue to 99. Triple Herta, Dixon, and Pillow. Alex Pillow, checkered flag. Goes to Storm Ghost. Everybody needs to keep Storm Ghost in mind. I was told earlier, Storm Ghost sent me a message and said that they had a tree fall on 2 of their vehicles, and they were without power earlier. I'm guessing maybe they got their power restored. But a tree falling on your cars is not good. So thinking about them for sure. Rossi checkered flag. Goes to Danny. That's a cool picture. Kind of a cool stance for an IndyCar. Family break. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Catherine Legg. Checkered flag. Callum. Goes to Tim Mays. All right. $500 postcard. And Marco Andretti. Yeah, bud.
Might not be on the Fox game, well, it might be. But this game is called School Before Polo.
Oh.
And I was wondering if this is
Maybe. We can take a look at it.
because it's very fun.
What's the game called?
School Before Polo.
Parkour Pro?
No, Stole. I don't know it. Okay, this is what it says.
Uh-huh.
Stooo.
Store? Store? Does that sound right? Okay. Huh. Well, we'll look into it, I guess. And you get to jump off buildings?
Yeah.
Oh, my. Oh, I don't think that sounds very fun for me. Theo. Checkered flag goes to Johnny. And then we got Christian Rasmussen with the autograph. That'll go to Steve Teskey. Nice one, Steve. We'll swap one Christian for another. How about that? Ed Carpenter Racing checkered flag. Hello. Marco Andretti. Juncos Hollinger. I'm not sure on the pronunciation on that. Anyway, it goes to JR in the team's spot. Pato Award, McLaughlin, Newgarden. Boy, we've had a bunch of teams, checkered flags. It's almost like they all got sorted into this box. Dale, Coyne, or Cunye, Cone, Nolan, Nolan, Allaire, or Allaire. Some of these are fun to say. It's like doing a hockey break. The Oval King, Joseph Newgarden. Man, he went for a scary ride last weekend. Driver wrecked real bad. Ended up upside down. Ed Carpenter goes to Stephen Moffrey. Helmet Hardware, Scott Dixon. Herta. Pillow on those. Rosenquist, checkered flag. Goes to Candace through the filla. Nashville. I still can't get over that they didn't red flag that when he went upside down. I have never, ever seen a race not get red flagged when somebody's upside down. It's incredibly dangerous that they don't red flag it when that happens. Graham Rahal, checkered flag. Going to Tim Mays. And then we got a blue Christian Rasmussen out of 99 for Steve. Steve. It's like Dave, but Steve. Yep, he sure did. Elio Castro Neves, checkered flag. Also going to Steve. Ed Carpenter. Hunter McElray goes to Johnny. Here's Johnny. Sato, checkered flag. Back to Sam. And then we got Alex Rossi, 59 out of 75. Alexander Rossi going to Danny. Danny and Candace on one tonight. This one, so I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I'm guessing he must have smudged the ink because there's like a blue patch right there where I'm rubbing my thumb. If you look right above my thumb, there's like a hint of blue right there. You can probably see it better like that. I bet he must have got blue ink on his finger. And then just over time, moving one card after another and touched it. Let's put Rossi in place of Siegel. I personally don't hate it when that happens. I think it's kind of cool because it shows like somebody legitimately was handling it, and sometimes things don't go perfect, right? So I know from doing the custom cards that sometimes things just don't go your way. You know, just like I've transferred glue to a spot where I didn't want glue to be, or, you know, sometimes you just inadvertently do something, even when you're trying to be careful. So. Custom Kyle art. Yeah, thanks, Candace. I thought that was cool. I've been fortunate enough to meet Caitlin on various occasions at the dirt track, and she's super nice. So I thought it'd be fun to incorporate her into a card, and obviously that's her thing. So it just made sense. Toby Sowery, checkered flag. But it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with how that one came out. Sometimes I do one and I'm like, wish I'd have done this. I'm actually really happy with it. Graham Rahal. That's cool. 42 of 75. Going to Tim Mays. Met her at the Chili Bowl. Nice. Yeah. She's super nice. She's definitely easy to talk to, or at least in all my experiences. Triple Will Power checkered flag on the debut. Those are a little tougher. Going to Sam. Another debut checkered flag, Ed Carpenter. Going to Stephen Moffrey. Erickson, Dixon, and Armstrong triple. Obviously Newgarden. Newgarden, Will Power, Scott McLaughlin. Pelot Award McLaughlin. Herta Pelot Rossi checkered. These are cool. I like this set. Drivers to your cars. Alex Pelot goes to Storm Ghost. I'd like to find one of those. I think maybe we've pulled one of the, is it like the numbers set? Pelot Award McLaughlin. Newgarden. I feel like IndyCar's got quite a few what you would consider stars. Award, McLaughlin, Newgarden, for having a few less cars in the sport than say NASCAR. Santino Ferrucci. I don't know. Maybe it's in my own head, too. Ray Hall, Letterman, Lanigan. Checkered flag. David Malukas. Blue out of 99. That goes to Billy Joe Garcia. Oh.
Accidentally, I didn't see him though.
You didn't see him there?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, James. Mayor Shank Racing. Checkered flag. You good? Hey, I said, are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me grab a quick quick drink. We got Long Beach. What do you guys think of the jumbo cards? Do you guys like the big cards, the oversized? Or is it kind of Like, I think it'd be cool to pull one of these if it was an auto. I don't know if they did that or not. If they didn't, it's another thing that another wrinkle they could add next year, potentially. Candace says she likes them. I don't know, Candace. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know if they have a 101 jumbo card, or if they have any numbered ones, or if they're just all base. That's a good question. My only knock on them is knowing what to do with them. For those of you that have received them from me, you see what I shipped them in. They're like a giant semi-rigid. I don't know what else to use for them. I'm sure if I went to like a Hobby Lobby or someplace, they probably have some sort of postcard top load thing. Or I guess if I searched for that, I could probably find something maybe. But I don't love the fact that I gotta go out and buy special supplies. You know what I mean? So trying to avoid that situation if at all possible. Ooh, I'm out of pink sleeves. But the semi-rigids seem to do pretty decent for him. Herta Dixon Pillow. And there he is. Joseph Newgarden on the autograph. I think that's the second one of these we've pulled. I'm going to see if I can, one of these days, if I can get my hands on one. If I had to pick a driver that I root for, Newgarden would be my choice because he won the first Indy 500 I was at. And then after him, it would probably be between a couple of different guys. I would probably pull for Graham Rahal, Marco Andretti, and probably Ferrucci because he's in an AJ Foyt car. So those would be the other guys that I would kind of like lean towards, I think. Scott Dixon. We got another auto right away. That's kind of wild. Checkered flag, Will Power, Scotty Mack, Lundqvist. Felix Rosenqvist. Unclaimed through the filler. Goes to Candace for Felix. Put him up there for a minute. I think you ship it and let everyone go find the deals for them. Yeah, that was kind of my take on it, Candace. I was like, I'll use these semi-rigids that I have and then let everybody else sort it out from themselves from there, you know. Leg. Checkered flag, Scott Dixon. Yeah, for sure, Sam, for sure. Some really good stuff tonight. Grosjean. Checkered flag. Polo. Back to Storm Ghost. It's one of the things I like about this, though, is in just 4 boxes, you're bound to see several pretty top-name guys just because the checklist is so small. Will Power. Another Will Power checkered flag. I said earlier that I didn't think we had pulled one yet. Now we've got 2 Hailie Deegan promising prospects. She's certainly struggling, you know, and I'm all for her and for women in NASCAR and racing and general motorsports, but she's certainly struggling. I don't know if her confidence has gotten shattered or you know, what the issue is, but she certainly is not doing what she's capable of doing, in my opinion, for whatever that is. Yeah, quality of the checklist for sure. Will Power. Checkered flag, Tom Blomqvist. She's in good equipment. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what the, you know, I wonder, I kind of think it might be a confidence issue if I had to put my finger on something. But adjustment to new car, new tracks. Yeah, and I would agree with you guys on that. I thought that, especially the oval race last week, I thought she might have better odds at, because she qualified well at it. She qualified in the top 10. And I didn't see the race, so I don't know if she, if something happened, if they had an issue on pit road or, whatever. Lots of things cannot go your way. Callum out of 99 on the blue, going to Tim Mays. So I'm certainly not counting her out, but you just gotta kind of feel for her, Willpower. I think they should have, and for whatever reason, I don't know, but I think she should have gotten more opportunity with the Xfinity car that she was in. I think they must have given her too short of a rope. Because there's been plenty of guys last way longer and do way less. So... What's that? Anybody know that's more familiar than me? What's happening with that Xfinity team this year? Are they still together? Are they still racing? If so, who's driving the car? How are they doing? I'd be curious to know all that. I guess I should have paid more attention. Jay, that doesn't sound like a very good show, buddy. Checkered flag, Alex Pillow. Detroit. Alexander Rossi, checkered flag. Colton Herta, SVK. Another triple. No one is running the 15 that Todd knows of. They threw the towel in on the 15, yeah. So I just wonder if there was issues with that team beyond just Haley. And I'm not trying to make an excuse for her. I'm just speculating, that maybe it wasn't all on her. Christian Lundgaard, checkered flag. It's hard to say.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what?
You can't have my chips.
Your chips?
Yeah.
I got you.
Oh, yeah.
I got you chips earlier. Did you forget?
I do want more, but apparently not.
Well, I can't stop what I'm doing right now. You go up and ask Reese or your mom. David Malukas. Goes to Billy Joe. Joey drove at the end of last year. He did. Yeah, I was going to say, Joey didn't set the world on fire when he jumped in it either. So, yeah, exactly, Scott. Exactly. Marcus Armstrong, checkered flag. Tough business for sure. You know, it's easy for us to make predictions, assumptions. Tough business. Erickson goes to Tim Mays. Catherine Legg. Grosjean. Another triple. Get a lot of those. A lot. Nolan. Checkered flag goes to Scott. Oh, yeah. I do too, Candace. I feel bad for her. I just don't think, because you saw flashes. You see flashes of potential with her at different times. Pato Award checkered flag. And the year before when she did the one-off race in Xfinity, she ran well. What was it? She ran like 14th, 15th in her first ever Xfinity race. But that was with an established team. So, Rossi. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jeff understands that. And yep, for sure. Fittipaldi going to Johnny. Then we got a blue Toby Sowery. That's going to go to JR in the unlisted spot. Yeah, she was really good in K&N. And she was decent in ARCA. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you make enough money running K&N or ARCA. If you can make a career out of running one of those, maybe go back and start over, essentially, Power, Pillow, Lundgaard. And we got Jack Harvey. This is a short print. 1/25 for Jack Harvey going to Tim Mace. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right. Let's get our fourth and final box going here. We'll be able to call it a night. Frank Kimmel, yeah.
Dad, do you think it's going to be better than tonight, tomorrow?
What do you mean?
Like, is it going to be...
The weather?
Yeah.
Yeah, the weather's supposed to be better tomorrow. Like, it might be rainy and stuff in the morning, but then later tomorrow is supposed to be nice. That's why I wanted to go to the baseball game tomorrow night, because it's supposed to be nice out. Willpower. If she would have signed with well, I think she probably would have loved to have signed with JRM, Todd, but I don't think JRM offered her a spot, to my recollection. You know what I mean? You got to take what you get. But I agree. I think she could have learned a ton at Junior Motorsports because they have a team and an environment there where, I don't think they leave anybody behind. I think it's all about everybody together there, which would have been great for her. But I don't think Dale had a seat, and I don't know that Dale. Not putting words in Dale's mouth. Don't know if Dale had interest either, even if he did have a seat. She would have had to made a big change because she has always been backed by Ford. And obviously, Junior Motorsports is Chevy, so that would have been a big transition for her because she would have probably had to basically abandon her Ford sponsorship partnership, which would have been tough to do, I'm sure, because they've been with her for a long time. I don't know if they're still with her today or not, but they had been with her a long time, so. Ed Carpenter, checkered flag. Going to Stephen Moffrey. And we got Will Power, blue to 99. Going to Sam. Probably as good a time as any to remind everybody, if you have stuff that you want to send for grading, that stuff's due by the end of the month. I know it's only the middle of the month, but the end of the month will be here before we know it. So I just throwing that out there. Erickson, Dixon, Armstrong, triple. And we got another Hunter McElroy out of 75. I say another. That's our first one of Hunter. Going to Johnny Hinton. I just thumbed back through the autos. That is the first one of him, but still. So nice hit, Johnny. Larson. Stuff got to Columbus, so should be. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I got a notification from the post office, from the informed delivery that I got like 3 packages coming, I think, Friday. So, checkered flag, Graham Rahal. 6 in the first 2. I was going to say, I thought I've... that's what's making me think that, isn't it? Triple, Dixon McLaughlin, Herta. Castro Neves. Liam Skeets. Or Seats. Maybe the C is silent, it's just Seats. Going to JR. Triple Newgarden, Will Power, Scotty Mack. Checkered flag, Hunter. MJ, here's a St. Pete card.
What?
It says St. Pete right on it, see? Don't know why I put that in a penny sleeve, but I did. I guess because I stared at it long enough. Checkered flag, Kyle Larson. Gonna go to Nick. I should mention too, I think Nick said he's only got maybe a couple weeks left in the States. Nick's been here for rugby primarily, I believe. Because hopefully I'm remembering this correctly. I think Nick is the strength and conditioning coach of a rugby team. And so he was here for the season. I think they've only got a couple weeks left. And then he's headed back home. Scott McLaughlin, drivers to your cars. Also going to Nick Marquette. Hey, Danny, what's up, buddy? Triple. Kyle Kirkwood. He seemed to be a popular name tonight. I don't know why. Checkered flag. And we got another Beechwood brand. Colton Herta and Callum a lot. Colton Herta is Chris Bonnet, and Callum is Tim Mays. I think unless Chris and Tim are watching and you guys agree to take it apart, I think we'll plan on randoming it. We'll do a random for it unless you guys tell me you want it split. And I would want both of you to agree if that's the move. But otherwise, I'm going to plan on a random. You guys let me know. Linus Lundquist checkered flag goes to Dave. Dave. It's about time we said your name. MJ, you know what that movie that's from?
Yeah.
What is it?
The penguins coming out of gas.
Yep. Newgarden, Willpower, and McLaughlin. Checkered flag. Another big auto. Pato Award. Going to Lewis. It just keeps giving. Tim says random is fine. You got it then. That's what we're going to do. We got the last half of the final box.
Dad, do you think it's not fun going upstairs?
I haven't heard any in a while, bud. You want to go up and check?
Yeah, because I had to go to the bathroom for like
Oh.
half an hour.
Oh, well, go on up.
I was just waiting then for the thunder.
It's not going to get you. You're all right.
I know.
Have you hit a 101 or to 5 yet? I don't think so. I think the lowest numbers we've had, Danny, was out of 10 so far, I think. Sorry, I needed a drink. So MJ went upstairs, and so I'll tell you guys real quick. He's still very scared of storms, thunderstorms specifically. Rain doesn't bother him as much as, obviously thunder. I don't even think the lightning bothers him. It's just the thunder, the sound that gets him. But anyway, so he feels safer in the basement, and he knows I'm down here a lot, so anytime he feels scared, he just comes down here with me. Chip Ganassi Racing, checkered flag. Rosenquist. Another triple. Yeah, lower than 10 is going to be tough to pull for sure. Lundquist checkered flag. Yeah, it's moving on across. We've got another straggler behind it, Tim, and I don't know if the little straggler will make it to you guys or not, but the one little straggler that we have isn't going to get to us till like 12:30, 1 o'clock, I think. So after the break's over, I'm going to try to get the kids to bed. Our daughter's finally back home from Florida, so it's nice to have her home. Willpower checkered flag goes to Sam. And then we got Hunter McElray out of 99. Blue going to Johnny. I like, I don't know if you guys follow Ryan Hall, y'all, the Y'all Squad or whatever on YouTube. But when there's bad weather, I like watching them. I really enjoy their coverage and the information they provide, and I'm fascinated with it. Herta, Pillow, and Rossi. And we got Marcus Armstrong going to Dave. There we go, Dave. Got you on the board with an auto. Better late than never. Newgarden. The Team Chevy checkered flag. Right as VK. Kyle Kirkwood checkered flag. Goes to Candace. Also, don't forget, because it's Wednesday and I don't have anything planned tomorrow. So don't forget, on Friday, I don't have a time yet. I may not post a time at all. I may just, when I have it ready, I may just post it. But on Friday, I will post the mid-season challenge pool contest. And I can actually run 2 of them if we have enough interest. Checkered flag, Kyle Larson goes to Nick Marquette. But essentially it'll be, I think there's 32, they seed 32 drivers in it, so there'll be 32 spots available. I don't have the pricing figured out, but you'll get a spot, you'll get a random driver, and then if your driver wins, you'll win the box. I think we're going to do select hobby boxes for it. Like I said, I haven't actually figured out the pricing yet, but it obviously won't be super expensive. It's just supposed to be something fun, So we try to keep it, at least initially, I'll probably limit it to 1 spot per person. And obviously, if we struggle to fill one, which I doubt, but if we would just struggle to fill one, then I would open it up for more than one. But I will do at least 2 of them if there's enough interest. So, Jonathan Brown, promising prospect, goes to JR. We do the same thing at the end of the year with the playoffs. For anybody that's familiar and has been around, it'll work exactly like we do the playoff contest. So, Luca poking over. I think it starts. So I think it starts. It doesn't start this week. It starts next week, Scott, at Atlanta, I believe. Is that right? I think Atlanta's the first race. It doesn't start this weekend, though. I do know that. It starts next week. I wanted to be ahead of the game a little bit. Checkered flag, Marco Andretti. We got Milwaukee. And our last couple of base cards in there. And that should just about do it. So, let me run through a couple of things here. We'll do our recap right now, and then I'll do the random at the end for the dual and the triples. So to recap, we had Marcus Armstrong auto, Jack Harvey short print out of 25, Hunter McElroy to 75, Felix Rosenquist, Graham Rahal to 75, Alexander Rossi to 75, Christian Rasmussen, Nolan Siegel to 75, Christian Lundgaard, Jack William Miller with the NXT auto, and then we had Pato Award and Joseph Newgarden. So, yeah, another break of really strong autos for sure. No doubt about that. And like I said, I got 4 more boxes of it, and I'm going to hold on to those till kind of later in the season. We'll do the other 4. We'll just kind of let them simmer on the shelf, and we'll do those later on. You guys know me. I'm not big on trying to run things completely into the dirt. I like to end things or kind of pull back from things while they're still fun. It's an old psychology trick for those that are wondering why I do it that way. It's an old psychology trick that you use with kids when you play games with kids. You always want to end the game while they're still having fun. And if you wait till the game is completely over or played out, sometimes they're not as excited to play that game again because their memory is of how it ended and it wasn't fun at that time. Where if you end the game while it's still fun, then that's what they revert back to when they remember it. So, little child care psychology. I'm waiting on random to verify that I'm a human, which always seems to take a hot minute. Good news is we made it all the way through with no issues as far as power going out or anything. So that's great. All right, so I'm going to do the random for the duel first. Callum and Colton. So let me put Callum. And Colton Herta. it auto-corrected Herta to Hears. Oh, goodness. All right. So Callum, again, is Tim Mays. Colton is Chris Bonnet. So we'll go 5 times. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that goes to Callum and Tim Mays. So that'll go to the Callum spot and Tim Mays. I should probably go ahead and write that down so that I don't forget. Because I'm getting old. Turning 40 was easy. 41, I've noticed my memory, it's not what it used to be, man. It's not what it used to be. All right. And then so the this last random is for all the parallel triples, and we just do left, middle, right. And so if it ends up left, it'll go to all the drivers on the left side of the card. Middle, self-explanatory. Right, you guys get the idea. So left, middle, and right. And we'll do the same thing 5 times. No numbered cards. They're all just the checkered parallels. But still want to be fair to everybody. So 4, and that's 5. So those will go to the right side driver, like from overseas. So a lot of those will go to Rossi. We got McLaughlin, Armstrong, Lundgaard, Lundquist, Newgarden, McLaughlin, Rossi, McLaughlin, Armstrong, Newgarden, Herta. So, again, appreciate everybody's support. And keep an eye out on Friday for that post for the in-season playoff or in-season tournament pool. I think that'll be fun to follow along, something different. And that's all I got for tonight. Appreciate the support. Everybody have a great rest of your night. If you're to the east of me, stay safe overnight. The storms really aren't too bad. It's more of just straight line wind stuff. So everybody have a great night. We'll see y'all next time.